That's Post Malone and Chemical. One of the county's mountain rescue teams says it's seen a surge of call-outs so far this year. The Wasdale team, up to press, has had 70 call-outs compared to 42 by the end of May last year.
Well, many of those call-outs could have been prevented if more of us ask three basic questions. Do I have the knowledge and skills? Do I know what the weather will be like? And do I have the right gear? In other words, it's called Adventure Smart. Yes, Richard Warren is the chairman of the Lake District Search and Mountain Rescue Association and joins us on the programme now. Good afternoon, Richard. So, how many of those call-outs would have been prevented if people had been Adventure Smart, do you think?
Yeah, good afternoon, Adam. Yes, I think Adventure Smart will reduce the number of call-outs. Certainly, Wasdale is extremely busy, and 60% of Wasdale's call-outs are actually people who are lost and missing overdue. Of those, if we can just make a small dent into those call-outs, it will make a significant difference. And, 70 call-outs across Cumbria. In fact, in the last couple of days, we've had a further 6. So it's a massive increase in the number of call-outs, not just for Wasdale, but across Cumbria.
I mean, it's more than a third more compared to last year. I mean, can that be explained in any way? Why are you so busy?
Well, it's very much down to the numbers of visitors. It's also down to, the Lake District, a wonderful place to come and exercise, people getting well-being, driving up and getting out in the fresh air. And the more feet on the ground, the more rescues. And unfortunately, Wasdale with Squawfell Pike, the highest mountain, it's a honeypot. Everybody wants to do it, whether they're experienced mountaineers or whether they're new to walking. So I think it's a case of it's a very popular area, and we really want to get people to start preparing well. And that's why we're very fortunate in that we have a number of, I call them corporate supporters or ambassadors in Cumbria, all Cumbrian businesses dedicated to supporting their communities. So, we've got Spence and we've got Toby online, and they'll say what they need to say.
Well, you've teed us up nicely. Toby Durston from Parkdean Resorts, which has 4 caravan parks in Cumbria, and Spencer Hanna, co-founder of the Herdy company. They are, as you said, Richard, Adventure Smart ambassadors. Let's start with Spencer. Spencer, why did you get involved in this?
Well, I got a great story a while ago when Richard and I first got together to chat about this, and I think when he was a Lal whippersnapper back in the day, I didn't realise it, but a lot of the mountain rescue teams had to buy their own kit. They'd buy their own boots, they'd buy their own jackets. And of course, things have changed an awful lot over the years. But the ugly subject of money is always loitering. And we wanted to try and think about what a lovable brand like ours can do to help with the serious matter of helping the mountain rescue teams, working with the Adventure Smart programme, and all coming together as a community to help raise the finance that puts the money behind things like equipment purchase and all of the other overheads that go with taking care of people and making sure they have a fantastic but safe time in the lake. So we've created a product. It's one of our YouTubes, and there is a £1.50 from the sale of the product goes directly towards the Mountain Rescue Association here in Cumbria in the Lake District. So we're all in it together to try and make things better for everybody.
So Toby, you're coming at this, I suppose, from a slightly different direction to Spencer, in that you with your business, you're dealing on a day-to-day basis with people staying in the area. What prompted you then to get involved?
Yeah, Helen, I first came across the charity or the organisation during lockdown. An article on, I think it was Granada Reports, highlighting the impressive work that the volunteers do in the Lake District Search and Mountain Rescue. And when we came out of lockdown, I contacted Richard to offer some free days to those volunteers. And off the back of that, our relationship grew. And then we started using the Adventure Smart messaging, not just for the 50,000 or so guests that we attract to our Lake District parks, but in fact to all our 60 holiday parks. We send a pre-arrival email to those holiday guests a week or so before they come, and we included the Adventure Smart messaging. Most of our parks are sort of coastal or in certainly in the Lake District as well, the mountain regions, and the messaging is really important to make sure that people prepare for a day on the beach or on the sea or more locally up in the mountains. So we've tried to help by getting that messaging across, and then also we put something on our website for when people are looking at booking activities either on our parks or local area, to make sure that Adventure Smart message was on there too, to try and help Richard's cause.
Excellent cause as it is. Spencer, back to you. In terms of getting the message across to the people who buy your wonderful equipment from the Herdy company, I mean, how do you do that then? How do you spread the message?
Well, the YouTube, the neck warmer product that we have, comes with this cut-out Herdy head, and on the back of it is all the information about Adventure Smart. There's a QR code. It takes you to all the information that everybody needs. The nice thing about it is it's as a gifting idea. It's something that people can use, they can share, they can tell the story to their friends and family. And so all of the basic info that's required is there. It's on our website. It'll be in our blog posts. We're doing shared social media communications with Adventure Smart and the Mountain Rescue Teams, and we're just going to keep going right the way through the year, particularly on social media, and championing what the Adventure Smart program is all about, and making sure that people recognise the hero status of the Mountain Rescue Teams and the volunteer brave guys and girls that are out there every day. So we'll just keep pushing it week on week, non-stop, and just keep going.
And Toby, in terms of the way that your customers have reacted to your way of getting the Adventure Smart message across, I mean, what have been reactions from people? Because you've got to be so careful not to preach at people, I think, as well.
Yeah, I agree. I think what we've probably tried to do as well is upskill the teams that work on the park. So a lot of our guests go to the reception or to the office to ask for advice on walks and what things to do in the area. And we've made sure that everybody who works there is fully aware of the sort of 3 questions that the Adventure Smart messaging has. So we've been able to verbally, when people ask, what we would suggest they do, is to be able to give them that advice and help hit home that message.
Amazing. Final word for Richard. Richard, in terms of this weekend, I'm sure you're hoping that people will be Adventure Smart, but given that there's been a rise in the numbers, is the message getting through yet?
As I always say, Adam, it is getting through, and I think all we can say is we don't know how many lives we've already saved through Adventure Smart. And finally, I'm just overwhelmed and over the moon by the support we're getting from our ambassadors in Cumbrian businesses. Spencer and Toby and others who've joined the group, they're doing a wonderful job. And this will be my last year as chairman of the region, so I'll step down in March 2024. And this is the highlight of my mountain rescue.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Richard Warren, Chairman of the Lake District Search and Mountain Rescue Association, based, of course, in Wasdale, Toby Durston from Parkdean Resort, and Spencer Hannah, co-founder of the Herdy Company. Toby and Spencer, of course, both ambassadors for Adventure Smart. Thank you so much for teaming up so well, the 3 of you, this afternoon.
Thank you for inviting us on the show.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.